Hi, everyone. Welcome to the How We Hustle podcast.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Tanya. And we invite you to join us in our unfiltered conversation about the real life hustle of being an entrepreneur. For more information about the podcast, check out howwehustlepodcast.com.
Make sure to check us out on Instagram at How We Hustle Podcast. You'll find information on new episodes as well as notable quotes from the episodes we do. So come check us out at How We Hustle Podcast on Instagram.
All right. So on the last episode, we talked about some of the downfalls of completely automating your business. But there's another end to that spectrum, whereas if you don't automate anything, then you can really find yourself totally, immersed in your business, and you don't even really have time to come up for air. So we're going to talk about the other side of that equation. And Tanya, you were going to kind of discuss a little bit of your experience with it.
Yeah, I think that my business has really taken off amazingly and it's going so well. So I've gotten to this space where I can't really take on any more one-to-one clients. And I love working with people one-to-one, and I love supporting people and helping them with all the aspects of their business growth. But the downside of that is that in exchange for that, I've kind of traded all of my time or my fun time for helping my clients in their businesses. So what I'm working on right now is taking a step back, allowing some of that automation to do its thing, and actually taking time out to do fun things again and be spontaneous and spend time with friends and family. Because I think building a business, I love what I'm doing so much, and I love my clients, and I feel so incredibly grateful for the success that I have. And all I want to do is just help other people get to where I am. And when you feel I just feel so lucky and grateful to be in this space. So I feel like sometimes I feel like I don't really deserve to anything else, right? I get to work with the most incredible people ever every day. I get to help them build amazing businesses that are going to change the world. And it's so much fun, and I would not want to be doing anything else. Plus, I get to make my own hours. But the problem with make your own hours, I'm making air quotes right now, is that I love what I'm doing so much that I end up doing that 24 hours a day. Like that quote about entrepreneurs don't have a 9-to-5 job. They have a when my eyes open to when my eyes close. That is very, very real for me, I would say. I tend to go to bed around 3:30 every night and wake up around, 8 o'clock. So, and I'm excited. That's part of the problem. I'm just so excited and want to be working on that stuff that the other stuff of my life doesn't look as exciting. But also, being an introspective person, sometimes I feel like that's because doing this work now has become my comfort zone, and the other stuff, the stuff that I have maybe neglected for the past 2 years, is the stuff that now feels uncomfortable for me.
Yeah. And, you can you're comfortable with the people that people you're serving now, but then it comes down to having to step out of that comfort zone so that you can actually serve more people. The more you automate, you can still work with your one-on-one clients, but if you automate more, then you can sort of serve more people and you can take it to the next level. So it's all about
Well, and it is automated. This is the thing. It is automated. So I should be, because I've worked to have it all automated, like my group program, my making money training, my opt-ins, my videos, all of that is not only just automated, but also outsourced. I don't manage any of that either. So I shouldn't be doing so much work around that. And so I have a lot more time to devote to working with my clients. Except that I've filled all of that time with working with my clients and not taken any time out for myself or for relationships or friend times. My whole life has become my business. And, you know, I'm so grateful for it and I enjoy it so much that it's hard to be like, sometimes I just like don't feel like I deserve the other parts. You know, sometimes you feel like, well, I have so much, like I don't deserve, and I love what I do. I enjoy it. And most people don't enjoy, you know, going to their 9 to 5 job. So I enjoy every single day, everything that I'm doing with my clients. So to say that I should also take time out to do like outside things just seems weird to me. I don't know. Because I do enjoy it. It is fun for me. I would probably choose it over like going out for dinner any day. It's like the thrill, the excitement of building something too, right? And helping someone. It's really amazing and fulfilling. However, I think like there's balance, right? I need to balance. I have to have a life as well. Otherwise, in like 10 years from now, like you experience, like, will I really still feel like it's so exciting in 10 years if I have no friends, no family, no relationships, no hobbies, etc.?
Once again, like we've talked about this on previous episodes, but there's like a narrative that's very prevalent among the thought leaders. Like one that comes to mind would be Gary Vee, who basically says that you should be eating, sleeping, and bathing in work for like the first number of years. And I always disagree with that message a little bit. Like Grant Cardone says that too. Like, you know,
see, but I disagree with it as well. The problem is like
it creeps up on your subconscious when you're like taking a nice walk or you're going to work out or whatever it is that we all do for ourselves. Like I find myself like I like to walk to like my destinations. It takes me an hour, even though I could hop on the streetcar, it would take me 20 minutes. But like I like the walk because for me, that walk is how I like decompress myself. And then I'm listening to a podcast on my ears. I'm listening to Gary Vee saying, "Don't waste any time." I'm like, what am I doing?
But this is part of my problem is like I don't feel like I'm wasting my time. Like I don't feel like it's work. That's part of my problem. It's like I would choose to do that work as the thing that like as your walk, like that feels good for you. Working with my clients and doing the work in my business is the thing that I would choose. That is fun to me. It is what fills me up. So it's hard for me to like take a step away and say, but I'd rather be doing that work because I enjoy it more than I enjoy these other things.
So what are some of the strategies that you like are using or like are thinking about implementing to try and, you know, get a little bit more time for yourself without like, you know, taking yourself away from what you love doing in your business?
Yeah, I think that part of what I am doing now, and I know a lot of moms that I talk to struggle with this too, is like I feel like the thing I've committed to doing is like trying a lot of new things. Like every week I've made a commitment that I will go to one networking event, do one like fun new activity that's like inspirational or that I can meet new people at, and to do this by myself so that I'm forced to meet new people, and to taking 2 hours a day away from my business and not looking at my phone, not like just doing something for myself that makes me feel good. 2 hours, that's a freaking long time, by the way.
When you said that, I thought to myself, that's not a very long time at all.
Oh my God, 2 hours seems like an eternity to me. I made it to 4 hours earlier in this week.
Well, you just said earlier that you sleep for about 5 hours a night. So if you add 2 hours to that still leaves 17 hours a day of work.
But see, again, it doesn't feel like work. That's part of the problem. But anyways, the point of the matter is that it's a struggle for me because I love what I'm doing so much. It's like, you know, for you, when you love snowboarding, imagine someone told you it was winter and you weren't allowed to snowboard. Like you're on the mountain, you're at Whistler, but you're not allowed to snowboard every single day, and you're not allowed to snowboard 2 hours of every single day.
Yeah.
If someone told you couldn't get fresh powder in the morning.
I see what you're saying, yes.
That's what it feels like to me.
So I guess the point we're making is like there's sort of two sides of the spectrum when it comes to finding that balance in what you do. Like, it's really important that you do try and recognize that there are two sides to it. And, you know, if you don't recognize it, then you can find yourself at some kind of peril as a result of it. Maybe it takes a little bit of time to creep up, but from both of our experiences, we've noticed that there really is like a comfort zone in the middle. And the comfort zone is large and it can be defined in many different ways. But, you know, to establish that full-on balance, it's good to just be aware of like the periphery on both sides of the, you know, the entrepreneurial life.
Yeah, and I think that the question that really jarred me out of my comfort zone a bit, or out of my not wanting to change, because for a while I was like, but I love this, I don't want to change. And the reason I've committed to making a change is because when you ask someone, if in 10 years nothing has changed for you and you are still doing this exact thing, will you be happy? If everything stays the exact same way, so if I was only doing my business and I had no relationship, if I wasn't spending time with friends or family, if I wasn't doing anything outside of my business, if I had no hobbies, etc., would I still be happy? And for you, like if you were still not working, if everything was still automated and you didn't need to talk to anybody in your business, but you were just making money and not feeling any connection to it, would you still be happy in 10 years? And so that was the question that really jarred me out and was like, okay, I need to make a change. I need to do some more spontaneous things, like get out, connect with people, you know, meet new people, do new activities.
Just evolve and grow, really.
Yeah. And so, you know, I'm going to a personal development seminar this week, and I'm sure I'll Insta story it. But yeah, like I think like doing new things, getting outside of your business, and even if it doesn't feel like you can handle balance all at the same time, taking time maybe every like month or every week to say, okay, what maybe have I neglected that needs more of my attention next month, or that needs more of my attention next week that I didn't give any attention to this week.
Yeah, so if you find that you like absolutely love what you do and you're like content with spending all your waking hours doing it because it's what you love, then you know it can creep up on you where you're so entrenched in like what you're doing now that you forget to do other things, and you forget to sort of leave yourself open to growth and finding other opportunities and figuring out ways to evolve, and just, you know, giving yourself self-care that in the long run we all need.
Mm-hmm. And that's a wrap on another episode of How We Hustle. For more information, check out howwehustlepodcast.com.